Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year everyone. It's so nice seeing you all in 2023 and I do hope that you enjoy and have lots and lots of fun this year. To me, this year is going to be a year filled with opportunities and so many blessings from God. And I hope it is for you as well. So I'm here with another birthday makeup tutorial. I'm going to show you all how I was able to apply makeup. I was able to achieve this birthday makeup on my client. So the first thing I did was to carve her brows to make sure that everything is in shape, and then I went in with a face wipe just to remove the dirts from her skin. You want to have a very clean and soft skin. Thereafter, I went in with moisturizer, and this moisturizer is from Balm. So guys, if you're moisturizing the face, it actually helps the makeup to sit better. It gives your work a very clean finishing, and it just makes the whole makeup better. Thereafter, I went in with serum from Zaron Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply this on her face, and I'm going to concentrate more on her T-zone areas, the places where she can easily sweat. Thereafter, I went in with primer, and this face primer is from Flawless Ivy Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply that on her T-zone areas, the places where she can easily sweat. And her T-zones are the forehead, the jaw, we have underneath the eyes and on the nose, right there, places where you know that she can easily sweat. So right now I'm going to go in with foundation, and this foundation is from Cheek Cosmetics in the shade MC06, and I'm just going to apply that all over her face like this, and I'm using a beauty blender to do this. You want to make sure that your beauty blender is damp. Just soak it in water and squeeze the water out. Make sure that the whole water is out of it. So I'm going to apply on her forehead and towards her cheekbone. I'm going to go in with a darker shade of foundation, and the foundation is from GELE Cosmetics in the shade 025, and I'm just going to apply that on her cheekbone, towards her forehead, underneath her jaw a little bit, just so that everything blends properly. And then for concealer, I'm going to conceal using the Zaron Cosmetics concealer, and I'm just going to highlight underneath her eyes like this, the forehead, the jaw, the nose, basically her T-zone areas. So I'm just going to highlight. So make sure after doing this you pick up your beauty blender again and blend properly. It's very important that you blend properly. This will actually make the whole makeup last longer, and it's not going to be cakey all over. You won't see cracks here and there, because it can be really annoying seeing cracks here and there. It just makes the whole work dirty and unprofessional, and that's not what we are going for. We are going for a very clean look. So right now I'm going to go in with blush, and this blush is from Cheek Cosmetics palette, their lip palette, and I'm just going to apply that on her cheekbone, towards her forehead like this, and then blend everything properly. So moving on guys, I'm going to pick up this powder palette, and this powder palette is from Flawless Ivy. In the areas where I contoured, I'm going to go in with darker shades, and in the areas where I highlighted, I'm going to go in with lighter shades of powder. As easy as that. So it's very important for you to have a powder palette that is 8-in-1, 5-in-1. It actually makes the work easier, especially if you're doing this professionally. If you are a professional makeup artist, it is important that you get a bigger palette, just so that you can change powders here and there. Where you have light shades, you go in with light shades. Where you have highlighted, you go in with light shades of powder. Where you have contoured, you go in with dark shades of powder. So we are highlighting the T-zone areas, the places we initially applied our concealer. We highlighted with concealer. So right now I'm just going to contour the nose a little bit. What I'm actually going for is a very subtle look. She said she wanted her birthday makeup to be as subtle as possible, so that's what we are doing. So right now I'm going to go in with powder blush, and I'm just going to apply it on the cheekbone, the place where I applied the liquid blush initially, and then on her nose. So moving on, guys, I'm going to apply setting powder, and this setting powder is from Classic Cosmetics, and I'm just going to highlight using the powder on the T-zone area again, just so that everything sits properly and so that it comes out really nice. So I'm just going to apply that and then go over to drawing of the brows, just so that the powder can set properly and so that it can bake. So this is me doing a reverse contour underneath her cheekbone. At this point, don't go in too much with the powder, just a little amount of it and you're good to go. So blend. Blending is key. Like I said, blend using a good powder, good powder shades, very important. Blend. So this is me trying to chisel the nose a little bit better than how it was before. So just chisel it properly, just so that you can have that pointed shape popping properly and better. So right now I'm going to start drawing the brows, and I'm using this Davis brow pencil to draw underneath the brow, and after that I'm just going to draw a line above the brow to meet with the one underneath the brow. What you want to do is to draw a thin line underneath the brow and then another thin line at the top of the brow to meet with the thin line underneath the brow. So make sure you have the front, which is the beginning of the brow, you have the arc, and you have the end of the brow. That is how a brow shape naturally is. So you're not just going to do too much, just follow the brow shape the way it is after carving. For some persons, actually they don't like carving, so do whatever works for you. Just make sure that you're not doing too much and you're not going in too dark. So right now I'm going to conceal, and I'm using this cheek concealer, liquid concealer, to conceal underneath the brow. I'm going to go in with 2 tones lighter than that of our skin tone underneath the brow, and then towards the inner corner of the brow I'm going to go in with the shade of foundation that is in that of our skin tone, the one we initially used for her face, and I'm just going to use my brush to blend that properly. Once you conceal, you need to make sure that you pick up a brush and blend it so that it doesn't dry on the face. If it dries, it actually becomes really difficult for you to blend. So once you're done concealing, blend. So what I did was to use the same shade of foundation that is in that of our skin tone to conceal the top of the brow, and that is it, guys. So right now I'm going to drag the concealer down towards the top of her lid, which is her crease area and the transition area, and then blend properly because I'm actually going for a powdered look. The eyeshadow, I'm going for powder shadows today. So I'm going to apply this eye primer from Ben 9 all over her crease area, the way you can see. Moving on, guys, I'll be picking up this eyeshadow I'm just going from Dominique's palette, and I'm just going to apply this milk shade on her crease area towards the transition area like this. It has no shimmer at all. What I mean by shimmer is it doesn't have any form of shine at all. So I'm just going to blend that, and I'm also going to go in with a burnt brown shade towards the outer corner of her crease area, just like this, so that it can be properly defined and pronounced. So that's what I'm doing, guys. Just going in with the burnt brown shade, and voila, you have your nude shadows on point. So at this point I'm going to pick up this CARVE eyeliner in a black shade, and I'm just going to define her lid. I'm just going to define that part by lining it properly with a black eyeliner, just so that the eye makeup can pop. You see how beautiful it is already. And then on her waterline, I'm just going to enable myself using a brush to drag her skin down a little bit before applying the eyeliner there, so that it doesn't touch her eyes, it doesn't affect her eyes. It's easier that way. So right now I'm going to pick up a brown shade of lippy. You can use whatever works for you, guys. I'm actually using an eyeliner to define the top of her lip like this. So whatever you have right there, if you have a pencil, if you have an eyeliner in a brown shade, if you have a lipstick, whatever works for you guys, just use it. So I'm just going to define the outer corners of her lips like this, and then right now I'm just going to conceal the inner corner of her lip using a concealer. Blend. After doing that, I'm going to apply a lippy that is in the shade of that concealer that I applied right there. So just so that the whole makeup can be calm and subtle, I had to go in with brown again underneath, a lighter shade of brown underneath her lip like this, and then I blended everything properly, and this is what we have, guys. So at this point, I'm going to dust off the excess powder from her face. Just make sure you dust everything up using her shade of powder. It's easier that way. If you pick up a white, if you're going to use a white setting powder, you need to make sure that you blend everything out properly using her shade of powder. When you do that, you discover that it's easier to blend. So at this point, I'm going to highlight using this eyeshadow, this gold eyeshadow. And this eyeshadow palette is from GELE Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply that lighter on the side of her cheekbone just so that everything can sit properly and so that the makeup can pop nicely. And then on her nose, her forehead and her jaw, make sure that you don't do too much because you want something natural and very calm. So right now I'm going to go in with gloss so that the whole makeup can pop. Make sure you blend that in properly. Just apply that properly. Don't do too much, just a little amount of it, and you're good to go. And then I'm going to use this mascara from Kiss Beauty at her lower lashes. I'm just going to apply that and then apply falsies, and here it is, guys, so beautiful. So at this point, I'm going to go in with finishing spray from Kiss Beauty, and I'm just going to apply that just so that the makeup can last for a long time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed every bit of this video. If you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe, guys. Please share my videos. I really do love it when you guys share. You might just be helping someone out there. Thank you all for watching. If you've not turned on your notification button, please do that so that each time I post, you get the notification and you be among the first to know. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you guys loved it. Thank you all for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.